Welcome back. This is Noah Judson, and this is week 8 of my video game called Duality. But you know what? I'm thinking about changing its name to 1. Uh, little, so as you can see already, colors are slightly different. We went from black and white to the whole color wheel, including all of the saturation and HSV values, like all of them. So basically, because blackness is so hard to differentiate on LCD screens, a lot of the dark hues are going to look the same, and that's just unless you have a good, nice, I don't even know what it's called. It's not, I think it's OLED. OLED, you can see blacks a lot better because they actually give the color and the black. Whereas with LCD screens, it's just got a bright white light behind everything, and so it can't show detail in blacks very well. So what I'm going to try to do today is show you all the cool new features, including all the new colors, and I'm going to try to beat the game, which I have honestly never done before, and I really hope it goes all right. I'm kind of freaking out that it's not going to work, but I just gotta have faith. Um, yeah, I've never done it before because there's always been some bug, and it takes like an hour to play the game through. But yeah, I did put in an ending to the game, which I really want to show you guys. And if I don't get it, say la vie, it's just gonna have to come later. Uh, Remember that all the upgrades are exponential, so I already have a pretty dang good rate of fire right now because I picked up 3 of them. Let's see, Chain Lightning for the Queen Bee. There's no new enemies this week, save for the final boss that I made. But I think you can hardly call it a final boss. It's kind of just like an ending boss. Um, you'll see it if and when I get there. I got a lot of new features, got a lot of bug fixes, did a lot of thinking about how everything's going to fit together in the end. So I'm pretty happy with my progress this week, especially with all the colors. I think that when you guys watch this, uh, visual updates are the biggest change that you can tell. Well, it's a huge visual change this week with the yin and the yang constantly changing color. And I'm actually wearing colorblind glasses because it helps me because red and green are complementary, and so since they're complementary, they could both be yin and yang at some point, and I can't differentiate them very well. So colorblind glasses should help with that, and they definitely do. I kind of want to get sponsored by a colorblind correction company because this game might as well be called the colorblind test, which I'm kind of thinking about changing the name to that. I'm also thinking about changing the name to 1 because of the way I'm going with the story and everything. It's gone very like spiritual, religious, psychedelic experience through embracing your dark side and becoming one with it and letting go of death and failure and fear of darkness, whatnot. Spikes is a new feature. I'll go ahead and put it up. It's you can run into things and it just leaves spikes that things can get hit by again. If I level up spikes, those spikes get longer and there's more of them. I don't know of any insects that do spikes, but there's definitely the porcupine. Um, I've also put in some more of these one-time use things. This is multiply all body stats. I'm kind of saving these up for the end of the game because it multiplies what you currently have. but also because I don't want to use them, and I really only want to use them if things are getting hairy and I might not beat the game. But we'll see. Usually when things get hairy, it's too late to make that decision. But I do really want to beat the game for you guys and show you where I'm at with the story and everything. But I would do this, but actually I'm going with more straight shots because that seems to be getting more shots early on is kind of always key. You can see that the shots diminish in size slightly. Basically, everything has a reverse growth rate. It goes to death. And unless you get grow, which I think I'm going to make so that you get grow from like a tree when you kill a tree boss, um, it you get the grow thing. And if you get grow, then they'll stop shrinking so much and eventually they'll get larger and larger. I think grow was in there last time, but I fixed it. Mines have received a major overhaul. Um, so when they explode, yeah, they do that. Slightly different visuals. But then also, one of the issues I was having was I was just putting too many projectiles on the screen and it was getting slowed down. So now I'm going, now with mines, if once I have them upgraded more and have more shots, once they put out like more than 18 shots, they start combining shots of 3 into 1 or 2, and they become like level 2 shots. And then once there become too many of those, they make level 3 shots. And all of those, they can like you can have level 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5 shots all in the same explosion. Um, that's kind of how it's set up. That's the point of it. And hopefully, I also put in parasites. I'll have to talk about that soon. But I'm going to do better bombs so I can hopefully show you guys level 2 shots. Let's see if there's level 2 shots. There's the queen. Nope. Um, so, yeah, this is the green and red thing that I would actually probably have trouble differentiating if I didn't have my colorblind glasses on. Um, shots, mines, what am I talking about? Um, yeah, as you can see, I've also updated the sprite. It's no longer that pixelated white and black um, thing. They're actually just, little balls, little orbs with a very small glow on them. We'll see how this does. It really makes it look even more like a colorblind test. Let's see, better homing, less damage. I should have done bigger shots actually. I'll do a backward shot. So parasites, what I found out is that Mothmind has a parasite. And I wanted to put parasites in the game because essentially what they're doing, the Mothmind and any moths that have parasites or any insects, parasites take over the host and trick it into dying so it gets eaten so the parasites can get into another host. Um, so when you get a parasite from Mothmind, because he has the parasites right now, um, you will lose your ability to control yourself and you'll just randomly go certain places. And it's subtle. Oh my god, am I gonna die? Oh, that was close. Um, so parasites, yeah, basically you lose control of yourself if you have parasites, and so that's not good. I really don't want to use these if I can help it, and also it's better to just put them off until later. Um, so I don't have the ability to give parasites to things because I think that would kind of make enemies less fun if they became confused. Um, but certain enemies can give you parasites. And I'm really hoping, honestly, I haven't done that much testing with a lot of the new features. I put in like 3 of them today. So I'm really hoping there's no bugs that crash this. Let's see. My turn speed is fine, I think. Yeah, we'll make him go further. This should be good. I want, oh, nice. I want more shots, but not this. Why do I keep getting this? I need to figure out how to make it rare. Um, Taking out this queen bee pretty fast because I have good rate of fire. Um, Boom, done. So you have to tell me what you think about all the new colors. Basically, the colors are just always opposite, just like white and black are opposites. They're opposite sides of the color wheel. The saturations are also opposite, and like the value, which is like the lightness or darkness, is also. Right now, that lightness or darkness is kind of around the middle. That's why neither of them are white or black. So you have 2 colors. And I made it so the values of those 3 things change at different rates. So you should always, you shouldn't be stuck with something. And also the hue, which is the color, changes the fastest. So those with color blindness, if they get in a spot where the colors are hard to differentiate, it shouldn't be that way for very long. All right, well, I put a one-time upgrade to show DPS, damage per second, because I didn't want to get the ones that I changed. Watch it when he grabs me. He's actually gonna. He grabbed me a little bit and he pushed me this way. Uh, Now when ants get you, uh, it's like you're fighting with them, and your direction keeps changing kind of randomly. And when you get hit, it combines the momentum of you and the ants, and kind of sends you in that direction. The music is like cathedral and monk Gregorian chanting kind of right now. Because I'm looking for, I got level 2 shots in my mines. See how it's like a golden rate. The speed and size of the things changes with the golden ratio. Watch it blow up. I need to get rid of. I need to make things grow so you can see it better. But if I do it to him, you can kind of see it. So I'm hoping that with all the colors, the game became more interesting. You'll have to tell me if it's more interesting. Vampire is a new one. You get healed for damage done. I'm going to grab that one. Hopefully there's no bugs. There was recently a bug just 30 minutes ago with that. So mosquitoes have vampire. They're the only enemy that has vampire. And I think I'll have it unlock when you kill like 100 mosquitoes or something. Which is actually, if you do well, just take 1 or 2 games to kill that many mosquitoes, I think. My guy is very strong right now. I think I am going to beat this game. The bosses don't come on even number of waves anymore. Sorry, I have the hiccups. Um, I don't remember when the next boss is, but the final boss is around wave 72. I want to say the next boss is like 59 or something. Knowing me, I probably chose weird numbers. I think they're prime numbers. So 59 and 73? I don't know. 71? I'm always choosing weird numbers when I make this game. Oh, I like the colors right now. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do more poison. Poison is pretty strong because as you hit things, it just keeps stacking, keeps stacking, keeps stacking. And I've seen numbers pop up like in the thousands Because basically, poison does this damage every second, whatever's been stacked up on it. So it can be in the thousands. And it lasts for like 5 seconds too, so. Explosives. I overdid, rehauled explosives a little bit. The explosions are kind of cool. They're like little boop, 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 and you can kind of see them last a little bit. I like these colors. Uh, Butterflies don't get moved around so much. I made it so that when a bug decides to stop moving, um, he doesn't drift. He actually says, I'm going to stop moving. And so I put in some additional drag when the bug wants to stop moving that basically just makes him stop. Oh, I hope the music is not too loud. It seems very loud to me, but I kind of wanted to give you a taste of uh, what I've been listening to this week, trying to figure out music that fits the game. I, s- I still haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to be doing, but just like I thought about doing like Hindu music, traditional, like shaman music. Um, and I like this like religious, spiritual Gregorian chants just sound cool too. There aren't very, it's not Gregorian chants right now. It's more like classical music. And classical music might be good too, because then I don't have to pay somebody if I can find some royalty-free classical music to throw in the game. This is your unique experience. Every game is unique. I can guarantee it. Basically, there's so many variables that happen in every game that it's like the chance of you getting the same exact game twice are astronomically unlikely. Like as unlikely as guessing how many stars there are in the universe. Exactly. So you can see, watch this blow up. You see the two different waves of shots? That's because the level 1 shots combined and created level 2 shots, and it reduced the number of shots that are on the screen. I think I'm going to do that with my own shots eventually. I'll make them appear stronger and actually be stronger too. I'll have to combine them. That way the player doesn't, that way you're not sending so many shots on the screen. I tried to make the colors, at first I was like limiting the saturation and things like that, but because I thought it looked dumb when the saturation is all the way up. But I thought that since the saturation isn't up for very long, very often, it's okay. And so it does go through the entire color spectrum. There's like 6 million colors that it's capable of doing. And it never like jinx too. There's always a smooth transition. Figuring that out was fun, and basically all this color stuff took like about a day. Save some other days for figuring out other weird things. Like the little, like everything is has this color mask on it now. Like when things absorb the same color, when explosions happen, um, those spikes, they all get that color treatment. And I'm still not convinced that I need to be able to tell that uh, what shots are my shots and what shots are enemy shots, because when you're playing, you can just kind of tell. You are the ball, the thing that's flying around, creating, you know, all these shots, and you can tell which ones are yours, and I think you can tell which ones are the enemies. And so, but watching, yeah, it's gonna be hard. I don't have the little dot on the middle to change anymore, so I made some fish elite so that they will put out more than one wave. Right now, the colors are so thick that you can't even see any detail in the bugs. Like, they look fine because they were designed to be flat. But like if I look at the flies or the fish, um, there's like no detail, and normally there's some detail in there. Like you can see his eyes and mouth and stuff. But so I should probably put some transparency on this color mask. Crap. Well, here we hit a bug. Gosh. Uh, he's missing his legs. What the heck? This I've never seen that happen. I really hope that I can kill him. Because if his legs are like out of the screen and never appear on the screen, there's a chance that I'm not going to be able to finish this video for you guys. There's some bug I need to fix, like when I hit him, he turns black. Um, it's kind of confusing. It looks like he's almost the wrong color now, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll figure it out next week. So yeah, this is 8 weeks into the game. So 2 months I've been working on it. And with how much stuff is going on, I bet you can tell. Okay, so I killed him. Hopefully the waves keep progressing. We're at wave 59. If the waves stop, this is gonna suck a lot. Because I really wanted to beat the game. Yes, okay, we're going on. I made it so butterflies only appear one at a time. I noticed that when multiple butterflies come on, they just release too many shots. But they are pretty, especially now that I made it so that they can stop. I just have to stretch my legs a little bit. I was in crisscross legs. Alright. Well, the last boss is going to be Mr. Parasite, so I might as well get some resist parasites. My mines are looking pretty great. Let's take less damage. Penetration, maybe. We'll just make shots go further. I'm gonna just hold off on using these just in case there's a bug, and also because I'm pretty strong. I want there to be some challenge. I have never beaten the game officially. So we're 23 minutes in, and we've defeated 2 bosses. Hopefully, we only have about 10 more waves to go, and we'll be at the 3rd boss and the final boss right after that. This is another red-green Christmas time. I can't tell a difference. Now I can. Let's see. Better homing. Yeah, I'll put some waves. I'm a killing machine right now. I think I got a luck of a draw with rate of fire and a good amount of straight shots. Because this is one of the easiest runs I've ever had. As long as I don't get hit by Mothmind and the parasites don't make me wander into all of his shots, I should be okay. I'm glad that I put parasites in too and did that because after doing the queen bee and the giant spider, which both I made both of those after I made Moth Mind. But Moth Mind was a little too easy, so this should make them harder again. So, and it kind of looks cool, right? It's got a little bit of a Fibonacci thing going on, and I figured out that's how I'm going to do the tree stuff. All the tree shots are going to be like Fibonacci based, which is nature's golden ratio. It's basically everything counts by adding its two previous layers. So, like in a pine cone, maybe the first thing has like one, and then two, and then three, and then five, and then eight. So you just keep the next number as the previous two added together. And that is an approximation for the golden ratio, which converges pretty fast. I kind of want to get better minds and keep showing that because it's so cool and they go off. There's like it can create up to 5 different layers. Yeah, so that's an elite one. It's leaving two waves. I'm gonna have to make the yin and the yang the right colors now. I like this color combo. I think I'm gonna have an update later that or unlockable that makes it say if you want, you can choose the colors that you play with and they don't change the whole game. And then another one that is for colorblind players, since I don't think I can go through. Sorry, I got the hiccups again. The color wheel, but selectively pull out the colors that colorblind people have without there being some jank in how the color changes. Like it'd be kind of jaggedy, the color changing. I don't know how to describe that. But anyway, long story short, there's going to be a colorblind mode that's just going to go back to the black and white. And it'll be funny because so many people who don't know anything about colorblindness think that colorblindness means you only see in black and white, but that's just not true. That condition is super rare if it even exists at all. Well, I'm gonna win this game. Okay, see, watch. I'm gonna let myself get hit a little bit. Uh, you can't really tell, probably because I have a good resistance to it. But man, things are kind of looking good right now. It was just not. Uh, it wasn't lasting very long because I have good resistance. But those are the parasites on top of his head that you can not see because I'm filling them with bullets. Um, and okay, see that? I'm not actually changing the player right now. It was deciding to move around, and he should have been like moving more, but I think my poison resistance just made it so that uh, he didn't move very much. Yeah, this will definitely be cool to play on an OLED screen where you can see a lot more color detail in the dark colors. Because basically, any color that's even remotely dark on an LCD screen just looks like black, and you can't tell that there's color to it. At least I can't. Like, so much of this game just looks like, oh, it's color versus black. But that's not true. It's the opposite, and all these blacks have like a color, like it's probably got like a purple or a blue to it right now, and it's just so hard to see. All right, so here we are at the end. I don't know why all the projectiles are supposed to disappear, but they didn't. But basically, the game is all about opposites and playing with that idea. And once you get far enough where I say you beat the game, you get transported to your opposite, who is you in every equal and opposite way. Um, One thing I didn't get to show you was, oh shit. Okay, so, sorry, excuse my language. The mosquitoes are supposed to be away. It's supposed to be that no matter what you do, you can't get away from this guy. You're both going to destroy each other, and there's nothing else you can do. But that is apparently not the case. But anyway, let's do it and see what happens. So eventually, you do this, and you get united into one. And this is it. This is the ending. Fireworks! You won! Yin and yang have become whole. It says you won again. That's stupid. It shouldn't. Darn. Well, he says 2 random things from his ending list. I have like 150 different story bits and like 20 different ending bits, and it chooses them at random, and that's it. That's the game. Looks like I beat it in half an hour, so I got a lot of bosses and enemies to add if I want to make it last a whole hour. But it's a good challenge. It should take somebody a while to beat the game and a good while longer to explore it fully because there's so many little story bits to get. And did you see how the yin yang just slowed down there? I'm actually not slowing it down. I'm just increasing its rotational velocity constantly. And it eventually goes so fast that it appears to be slowing down. So that's it. That's my game. I won, and I got almost 1,000,000 points. Alrighty. Thanks for watching. Actually, I want to show you one more thing. No, maybe I can't. Well, I'll give it a try. I'll just push like every button I have. And there. So let's see if my mind explodes with... Yay, it did! Okay, so it's humongous because I put in like all the cheat codes. But it's got crackle. The explosives crackle. So like when the initial explosion goes off, it has a random chance of making a bunch of others. And they're just way too big because all the cheat codes are on, but kind of cool. We'll just put some fireworks on the screen to end it. The negative growth is just making everything so small though. But it's alright. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you next time.